What's up, guys? We got a little bit of news that flew under the radar due to the Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick drama, and also a little bit of Tier 2 Tuesday news. All that coming up next. So although it is getting all of the press, the Kevin Harvick drama with Chase Elliott was not the only drama at the Charlotte Roval. Tyler Reddick and William Byron had an interesting exchange, and I'm just going to sort of weigh it out because I don't really know right now what side I'm on. So for those of you who missed it, Tyler Reddick bumped William Byron a little bit in that last stage going for the win. And after the race, William Byron said, I think if he needs to be aware of the situation, he needs to know the role. And from William Byron's perspective, he's going for a championship. He has to get that win. It's a win or nothing situation for him to continue into the playoffs. So I see it from his side, but from Tyler Reddick's side, he's going for his first win. He ended up, at the end of the day, we saw that he had the faster car because William Byron wrecked trying to catch back up to him. And if it hadn't been for Kyle Larson, I think he had a legitimate chance at winning this race. At a couple of points in that race, he was actually in front of Kyle Larson before Larson got back around him. But all three of those guys running up there were hustling the cars around, and it was a good show. But I can see Tyler Reddick's perspective from this as well. Like, dude, I'm going for the win. At the end of the day, all these guys are getting paid to do the same thing, right? Win a race. So if you have to really get down to it, I guess I would have to say on this particular deal, I side with Tyler Reddick because you can't race guys differently just because they're in the playoffs. Like you're paid to go for a win. The man is paying you money to go take that race car and win with it. So that is what you're supposed to do. I understand where William Byron's coming from, but it doesn't matter if you're first in points or if you're in 12th in points. You're not getting special treatment. Sorry. You just gotta know your position and hopefully not have bad luck in those other races so you're not in that position. But I don't think you should be cut slack just because you're on the cutoff line or something like that. Okay, and a little bit of Tier 2 news. Today, Jeb Burton came out and said he will not be back in the 10 car for Kaulig Racing next year. He said he does not have the funding. For those of you who don't know, Jeb Burton lost Nutrient Ag. That has been one of his main sponsors pretty much for the better part of his career. So he will not be back. And he said that they already have the thing filled with somebody who has funding, which I found interesting. Could that be a possible landing spot for Matt DiBenedetto, or what's another driver out there that has funding that might be in that car? So I thought that was interesting. And also, like to see where Jeb Burton ends up. He's a guy, I mean, at this point, if you're Jeb Burton, you got to be like, man, what do I have to do? He's won in partial seasons. This is his first full season that I can remember, and he's won, and he got into the playoffs and had a nice little run in the playoffs. Barely missed the cut line to his cousin. So if you're Jeb Burton, you got to wonder, what do I got to do to get some sponsorship? Of course, this is now a sponsor. This is no longer a talent-driven sport. This is a sponsor-driven sport. So bad news for Jeb Burton, but hopefully he lands on his feet and catches a sponsor somewhere. Oh, man, that's kind of a bummer. Hate to end this on a bummer, but that is all I've got for you today. I'm trying to make a push to get to 500 before December. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you want to get more NASCAR news and predictions. And also, if you're watching regularly and you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. And if you got a comment, something I missed, something you want to see me cover, leave it down in the comments. I love reading the comments, and I try to answer them. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.